Live. Welcome back to another Commonwealth Sports Betting video. I'm Ethan, better known as Best Buy Bets on Twitter. Kim, Joe O, and Tom D already in the chat. Let's go. My Giants are getting run out of the gym, so I came in early. I'm looking at a blank batter's box countdown timer. That's how excited my life is. That's too funny. But yeah, no, it's some. If you want the worst way to sweat out a bet or watch a team or follow something is to just go on that ESPN Gamecast thing and just have that on your phone, and that's the most stressful waiting time. It's almost better just to watch the game, of course, but you just see, oh, okay, he pitched, oh, it's in play, where is it going? And then you look through it all. But that's sometimes what I do. I look at the games on ESPN, like the app or whatever, and they do the game cast, and you see it like they hit the ball, it goes up, you see like the track of it where they fly out or something, and you don't know if they're in, but then you got to like cover the top half because the score updates before the actual, they show you the animation of the play or whatever, and then the same with the count and stuff, so you got to like hide half of the screen while watching the bottom half and not looking at the other. It's stressful doing that, but so it's almost better just not even watch the game at that point or even follow it. But yeah, the recap yesterday, Rays first 5 money line pushed, so it was like 0-0 after the first 5, so it was no harm, no foul, money back. So whatever, trying to keep it going, try to get a win here for you guys. But yeah, I mean, crazy. It's I saw somewhere about, you would think like about a month or 2 months ago, like the NL West, it was a new reckoning with the NL West. So with your Giants and stuff, Kim. So you'd think it was a new NL West about like a month or 2 months ago. The Diamondbacks in the leads, Dodgers struggling. Now it's just back to the Dodgers on the top, and they're most likely gonna get in the playoffs that way. And the Rockies are still the Rockies, though, of course, with them. But hey. Yeah, anything can happen still, but sometimes it's looking a lot more bleak for other teams, that's for sure. Still a month and a half left of the season about, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. See how it's both NL and AL East. Man, out of nowhere, it seems like they've been by far the best divisions. I mean, not really out of nowhere. I guess the AL East, they do have some good. They've always had some good talent, especially recently. But no one thought of the Orioles being up there, but that's for sure. So, but that's moving on. That's later in the video. Comp selection is going to be on that game, but you'll guys know. But I'm excited to watch the BMW Championship this weekend as well. 50 players in the field, going on to try to make the top 30 in FedEx Cup points, and to make it to East Lake. So it's always good. It's exciting to watch. It's tough to bet these no cut events. You have some guys that are basically warriors of no cut events. That one guy that pops into mind is Xander Schauffele, as like the cool kids like to say it. But yeah, he seems to thrive in any no-cut elevated event. It's not that he can't make cuts; it's just it seems like he steps up and does well in the no-cut events. So got to keep an eye on him. It's tough to bet. You only have 50 guys in the field, so you don't have as long of odds as you would like. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you have underdogs, but. Oh, Noah, what's going on today? Let's go. Noah in the chat. Let's go. Let's have a great day of some MLB action. Yeah, MLB started early today. Got some early slate games. The Diamondbacks are playing the Rockies right now. I know that. Was watching that earlier. But yeah, I like when it's an all-day affair. Wednesday seems like that day for them to do an all-day kind of slate. Before I used to have some trouble, like upset. I was kind of upset with some of the, scheduling with MLB, but now it seems like it's gotten better. I can only imagine it's kind of a headache to deal with 162 games for 30 teams, so I can only imagine the headache there. But when compared to, let's say, with the NFL and 16 or 17 games now, 17. Man, that still kind of pisses me off too, because all of the season-long stats are going to be, ruined. They're going to have to go game by, like, divide them by games or something or whatever, try to figure it out. Got some mid-day tennis going. Oh, yeah, that's true. But, yeah, Cincinnati, right? Cincy for the tennis event this week. I know that. That's Sean here. If Sean's in here, he's from Cincy, so he would know a lot about. I'm sure he loves talking about the tennis there. I don't know, honestly. Haven't heard, but yeah, gonna make it short and sweet. Gonna keep it going here with the comp selection. It's kind of a little scary, but I think it's a good opportunity to back the Padres today against the Orioles. I like the Padres first 5 minus a half run. Right now you can get it minus 125 at DK or Bet Rivers. So I think it's a good spot. There's a reason why they're this much of a favorite, I believe, in my my beliefs against the number 1 team in the AL East. Maybe number 1 or number 2 team in all of MLB, if someone can correct me. I don't know. I forgot. I knew they were up there, though. But I like the Padres first 5 minus half run, minus 125. Blake Snell on the mound for the Padres against the milkman, Dean Kremer. I'm going to call him the milkman because Dean is a brand of milk products. I don't know if they're still around, but they should be. And then Kremer. Boom. So, but look at that Blake Snell coming into this one pitching pretty well. I think he keeps it going against a team that hasn't hit left-handed pitching really well. So I think he kind of can keep it going here. He's strung wins before in a row, so I think he's in a pretty good pitcher, and I think he can keep it going. I think he'll still most likely want to bounce back from his 4 walks he let up last game, but hey, he still pitched a hell of a game. So I think he keeps it going here. Guardians are 4 games back. The Twins in the Central. Do you see any value on them to win at plus 700? They're a second half team, but the only thing I'm worried. Hey, plus 700 games back from the Twins. I think there's some value there. That's for sure. I wouldn't. Man, only 4 games back and they're plus 700. I mean, anything can happen. I don't know. It's true, the injuries to their starting pitchers, but their bats have seemed to be clicking a little bit better. At least against lefties. So that's something to note. The young guns, Bibby, Allen, have been holding. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they had. I remember. I think yesterday I placed a bet on Logan Allen, first 5 or something. The Guardians versus the Reds, and that they were underdog or something, plus 105, 106, something like that, and that hit. But I think that's pretty good value there. Anything could happen, of course, but Twins do have a decent rotation, so that's a little bit worrisome. I do not know much about the bullpen numbers, as I don't, sometimes I don't look at them every day or anything like that. So maybe that's a little, maybe more to look at and see if if they a little better bullpen than the Twins and have a little better, relievers, because those late games and stuff, it's going to come down to those relief pitchers, because now you don't really see many starting pitchers go 7, 8, 9 innings anymore, not as often as they used to, but and the managers are more quick to pull guys, so got to take a look at that bullpen, that's for sure. My Paz Cash Guards to win. Hey, I might as well. You're free. You might as well. You and your pop should free ride into this one. I mean, at this point, plus 700. I think it's smart. I think it's not a bad bet whatsoever. But looking back with the Blake Snell, good home ERA, 2.8 home ERA, 1.24 home WHIP. Looking at that opponent batting average at home too, 192. So he's holding these guys. He's not letting them get on base, not letting them get hits off of them. So that's huge. I think Snell is a better pitcher here, and they're this big of a favorite for a reason. Look at the milkman, Dean Kremer, is off of a win, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks in 7 innings pitched. Hey, 7 innings, that's good. Has been an up and down year for Dean. last time he got a W, came back with a 4-hit, 5 earned run, 4 walk in 4.2 innings pitched performance. So think he kind of comes down to earth here, especially after that win. Decent away ERA. You look at it, 3.7. Okay. Look at the whip, 1.32. A lot more to be desired, but look at the hits. 60 hits in 56 innings pitched, so he's giving up more than a hit an inning. That is a red flag. So, looking at the opponent batting average as well, for him as an away pitcher, 275. So people, that's a high opponent batting average to be given up against this team, against this Padres team, who has the potential to hit well, who has good guys. It's just they haven't been putting it together, that's for sure. But I think they can for this first 5 here. I just am backing more of Snell in this situation, as he's just I think of a better pitcher than Dean. But looking at San Diego, first 5 versus right-handed pitching last 14 days. Nothing crazy, nothing pops out here. 246 average, 301 weighted on base average, 91 rated runs created plus. That's only 20th in the league. Hey, it's not the best, but they're getting some hits. I think they can get some hits against Dean here, who's been susceptible to hits on the road as well. So, but looking at Baltimore, first 5 versus left-handed pitching last 14, 191 average, 278 weighted on base average, and 79 weighted runs created plus. Also good for 20th, but those numbers are worse than what the Padres have. So I'll take the Padres here. First 5, -0.5 run. You can get -125 at DK or Bet Rivers. Like it here. It's kind of a little scary taking a team that's under 500 or close to it against a team who's an underdog, who's the first place in AL East in that tough division. But I think there's a reason here for it, and I like I like when I lay the half run with home teams more so. They have the last chance. It's not like, oh, they go to 5th inning, oh, then the other team has the last chance. I don't know, some psychological thing I guess I have. But once again, Padres first 5 -0.5 run, -125 is the comp selection today. Let's get that through against the Orioles. Blake Snell on the mound. But I'd like to thank everyone in the chat. Tom D, Noah Shanker, Tom, Joe O, Kim. Thank you guys as always. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate you guys watching. I will be back here Monday at the latest, 2:45, same time in the Miller Lite Sound studio. My Cubs lost yesterday to these guys, so hopefully they win today to get that Crosstown Cup. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good day and staying cool this summer. Thursday is supposed to be like a high of 103 only here, so I'm excited. Right now it's 110, so let's go. And then Saturday or Sunday it's going to be a high of 98. We're cool days ahead. But make sure to follow us on Twitter, Twix. I was listening to radio the other day, and someone is calling Twitter Twix because Twitter X, formerly known as Twitter. I love it. I love it. I think it's hilarious. I mean, it makes sense. But Twix, follow us on Twix at CW Sports Betting, as well as myself at Best Pie Bets, as well as Ray at Ray Gray Fox. We all put out some good content for you. As always, hopefully you guys are having a good day. But yeah, once again, Padres first 5 -0.5 run, -125. Let's get this cash, and let's have a good day today. Great day to have a day today, guys, okay? See you guys back here on Monday.